Succession is not only the best show on TV, it is the only series that can stand alongside The Sopranos as the absolute masterpiece of long-form storytelling. Sorry, Mad Men. As the ambitious tale of power struggles and court intrigue reaches its conclusion, it's time to honor its greatest and most powerful character.
What if your toenails are not all that aesthetically pleasing?
Logan Roy. As all fans of the show know, he always wins. And today we'll find out why. In case you haven't watched this masterpiece, run to do so now. There will be 3 seasons of spoilers. Now let's learn the secret that leads this almighty media mogul to have such an unwavering grip on power.
Lunch!
Logan himself actually stated his secret in the very first episode. He gave away the recipe to Kendall, who never really learned how to assemble it.
Sometimes it is a big dick competition.
That's what this 80-year-old does so magnificently well. He proudly waves his monster dong with all the pride and joy of a highly inebriated Rasputin, which is not a sentence I ever expected to say. The best example comes in the amazing 6th episode. Which side are you on? Kendall has been planning a coup for some time, managing to conspire more than half the board to his side to squeeze Logan out of the company with a vote of no confidence. But when the time comes for the vote, Logan refuses to leave the room, claiming to be too sick to move.
I'm sick, I can't move, fuck that vote.
You can't be in the room.
Though he wasn't to get there in the first place somehow, nobody has the nerve to force him out or provide a solution, so they resign themselves to have him there.
Oh, no shit, Judas.
And as much as Frank says he shouldn't speak or interact with the vote, Logan does whatever he wants.
4 against 4, this is your best shot.
What are they gonna do, call the police? It's his company, he's CEO and chairman of the board. He will be in the room and insult everyone who votes against him.
Thanks for nothing, Alona. Fuck off.
Of course, everyone feels too intimidated to side against the Titan.
He's off the line. Come on, son.
When Roman almost votes against his father, Logan scolds the child.
You better be smelling your fucking armpit, Romulus.
Logan is not supposed to be in the room, yet not only does he stay, he sets the pace of the meeting and decides when it ends.
It's tough, but maybe...
Roman for me.
I'm not sure we can count that for you.
Roman.
He doesn't hear the rules from Frank and say, "Yes, sir."
You shouldn't be here, you shouldn't be speaking here, you should be out of this room. This is illegal.
Whatever. If you count them out, deadlock. Continuity prevails.
He doesn't even state his own rules. He makes the rules up as he goes with unshakable confidence, and nobody has half his dick size to question him. Ultimately, everybody plays with the cards he deals, which is one of the 48 laws of power. This type of improvisational control repeats itself in the 2nd season's best episode.
Let's go murder a terrified mammal.
Hunting. Logan humiliates his underlings by making up a game on the fly.
Sit on the floor. It's fun.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's a game. Boar on the floor.
I feel...
Get down!
The weaklings try to understand what to do to be on his good side.
But the rules are that you're spared if you tell the truth. And I just told you the truth.
But there's nothing they can do.
Oh, there are rules.
Right?
Do you know something, Greg? There are no fucking rules.
Once again, it's questioned if it's even legal.
Phone's on the table, now!
That really necessary? I'm not even sure it's legal.
Clearly not, but the boss doesn't care about what's legal. He simply tells everyone what to do without expecting anyone to refuse. And they don't, because he has the biggest voice. And dick. Compare Logan's tyrannic control of each situation to Kendall's feeble handling of a phone call to someone he owes $3 billion. He intends to negotiate this debt away.
My dad's a bastard. They need to know I'm a bastard too.
Look at how he handles the fight.
Yeah, great. So, you want to go?
Why don't you go?
Okay.
He's not the one dealing the cards.
You know, what I'd like to know is what your position will be.
He wants the creditor to give him options.
You're entitled to ask for a payment in full.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Technically, yeah. what will we do here in reality?
Why would he give them? He wants $3.25 billion. You don't want to pay $3.25 billion. You give him the options. That's what Logan would have done. Anyone who studied half a book on sales knows you don't ask the customer an open-ended question. You ask if he wants this car in blue or black. You limit the choices, you deal the cards. Kendall thinks the creditor is gonna help him and say something like,
I'll let you postpone the payment because you are such a good boy.
We will want repayment.
Right. I know. But, like, really?
Seriously.
and as badly as it's going, Kendall takes his father's catchphrase and tries to use it as a Hail Mary.
And our position is to seek recruitment.
Oh, come on, man. Fuck off.
And he gives his opponent 30 seconds to answer.
Hello?
Logan doesn't give anyone room to breathe.
Pizza! We'll have pizza!
And he doesn't use fuck off to win an argument. He wins the argument and then he uses fuck off to sign off.
If you don't understand that, then fuck off.
It's not open sesame, it's not a weapon. It is a spit on the mangled corpse of his already defeated foe, because Logan prefers to fight a fight that he already won. Which reminds me of a book. In Sun Tzu's seldom mentioned The Art of War, it is stated, the skillful fighter puts himself in a position which makes defeat impossible. Thus it is that in war the victorious strategist only seeks battle after the victory has been won. That's exactly what Logan does in the Season 3 finale. Ken, Shiv and Roman try to stop him from selling the company, and he humors them by hearing their case.
We can stop you. And we will stop you. Blow this up.
You need our vote for a change of control.
Yeah.
He even tries to convince Roman to willingly fall back on his side.
You have my word.
He's not vying for support. He doesn't need it. There is no fight.
You're playing toy fucking soldiers!
He's just testing Roman's loyalty. Logan already knew their plan from the start and made sure they could not win.
I have you beat!
I fucking win.
And here's the thing about Logan always winning.
We haven't finished! We haven't fucking finished! Do you hear me? We haven't Hey! Stop!
He doesn't. He lost quite a few times in the show and always chose to ignore it. And by doing so, everyone else forgets it. Because the most important thing is, as the fifth law of power would tell you, reputation. Logan knows that if he maintains an aura of invincibility, everyone believes he is invincible.
I will win.
He is a legend because he acts like a legend, which is also akin to Law 34. Act like a king to be treated like one. This book is good. Logan spent his whole life developing the reputation of a winner. So whenever he does something, it's the right thing to do. When someone else does it, Logan would have done something better. When Kendall sells a board seat to pay off their debt, Logan, who can barely speak, goes through the trouble of making his disappointment clear.
You are a fucking idiot.
Of course, he never tells us how differently he would have solved the problem. When Shiv saves their hold on the company by selling a board seat, Logan supports his own legend by saying he would have solved the problem some other way.
The seat was the only way.
Well, that's what people on the shitty end of a deal always say.
Once again, we'll never know what his miracle cure would have been.
What would you have done then?
Not that.
Okay, but what would you have done?
I'd have figured it out.
This helps create a cult-like following, which is Law 27, because people will always be drawn to the leader who has all the answers, even if he never gives them to you, because a powerful man should always say less than necessary. Logan is this book.
You screw them out, you chisel them out, you fucking hurt them, and then you watch them squeal.
And once you create a reputation of invincibility, that reputation alone can carry you on its back.
And I've never seen Logan get fucked once.
Let me go off on a bit of a tangent here. During the French Revolution, Joseph Fouché was a dedicated supporter of Robespierre's government. Then, when the Thermidorian reaction came, he switched sides and helped in the execution of Robespierre. Fouché was then made Minister of Police. He later aligned with Napoleon and helped him take over France. He also had plans to arrest Napoleon and his followers in case the coup didn't work, but that's beside the point. Fouché was Napoleon's Minister of Police. Years later, he supported the monarchic restoration and was still Minister of Police. Then Napoleon came back from Elba, and who did he place as Minister of Police? Our friend Fouché, of course. Then Napoleon lost at Waterloo, so he needed Parliament approval to continue fighting. At this point, Fouché had such a reputation of always being on the winning side that his lack of support for Napoleon was enough to persuade many that Napoleon would lose. And so he did. Who'd have thought you couldn't trust this guy? Anyway, Fouché was the human equivalent of the self-fulfilling prophecy, as is Logan.
Everyone just fucking agrees with you and believes you, so it becomes true, and then you can turn around and say like, oh, you see? See? I was right.
If you believe he always wins, he always wins. There's no need to even specify anything.
I saw their plan, and my dad's plan was better.
The self-fulfilling prophecy, or as Shiv would put it,
you're a human fucking gaslight!
Seizing and maintaining control of each situation, setting the pace, dealing the cards, acting like a king, perpetuating his legend, and swishing his schlong. That's how Logan always wins.
Meeting over. Fuck off.